The Pelican Curse is real. If you're a fan of the New Orleans Pelicans, I have two words for you. I'm sorry. Being a Pels fan is like buying a lottery ticket every season and watching someone else win. Sure, they've got talent. Heck, they've got Zion Williamson, a human wrecking ball of athleticism. But the team's story isn't about talent or potential. It's about the curse. What's the curse, you ask? It's a mystical, invisible force that ensures the Pelicans never catch a break. Every time they start to build momentum, someone ends up in street clothes holding a clipboard on the bench. Let's dive into the bizarre, injury-riddled, chaos-filled saga of the Pelicans, affectionately known as the Pelican Curse. First, let's get something straight. Everyone gets injured on the Pelicans. It's almost like the team doctors are running an underground operation to keep orthopedic surgeons in business. A bit of a stretch, perhaps. Just stay tuned. Even you might agree on this one. Take Dyson Daniels, for example. This young talent was supposed to be one of the building blocks for the future, but instead, he spent more time on the injured list than on the court. And here's the kicker. The moment he left New Orleans, he let the world know he was relieved to be out. Why? Because he actually wants to play basketball, not rehearse for a remake of Grey's Anatomy. The Great Barrier Thief is now enjoying a breakout year with the Atlanta Hawks. As a full-time starter for the first time in his 3-year career, Daniels is averaging 13.5 points, 5 rebounds, and 3.3 assists, while leading the league in steals and deflections in 33.8 minutes per game. In a later interview, he expressed how he feels leaving the Pelicans. That organization's cursed, Daniels told the Steinline's Jake Fisher. Every year there's something new. I'm happy I'm not there anymore. Now, let's talk about the current roster. For starters, DeJounte Murray. It seems like the Pelicans' curse has claws that reach beyond their own locker room. Since joining New Orleans, Murray has mysteriously been plagued by injuries. He was supposed to bring stability and poise to the backcourt, but so far it feels like he's auditioning for the role of guy in a walking boot in an injury PSA. He is listed as probable for the clash against Milwaukee. He landed on the injury report with an elbow issue a while back, but the injury has yet to keep Murray out of the lineup. If the Pelicans are a car, Jose Alvarado is the spark plug. He's the guy who turns the engine on, brings the energy, and keeps the team going. But this season, he's been in and out of games like a bad Wi-Fi connection. Without him, the team lacks that scrappy edge they need to compete. Although he had a right hamstring strain, he said he'd be back for future games. Then there's CJ McCollum. Oh, CJ. When the Pelicans brought him in, they thought they were getting a savvy veteran who could help lead the team. Instead, CJ has spent the season missing games due to many injuries, notably a right adductor strain, leaving fans wondering if they accidentally hired an absentee professor instead of a player. I don't know about you, but it seems like the curse has taken its effect on him as well. And then there's Trey Murphy. What's going on with him? He's sidelined, and nobody seems to know why. It's like the Pelicans decided to adopt an NBA version of Where's Waldo? Except in this version, Waldo is wearing a Pelicans jersey and sitting in an MRI machine. The last time we saw him was when he rolled his ankle and limped his way back to the locker room. At this point, BrandonIngram missing games has become an annual tradition, like Thanksgiving or Black Friday sales. When he's healthy, he's one of the best scorers in the league. But when is that exactly? His availability is as predictable as New Orleans weather. Sunny one moment, stormy the next. And yes, he suffered an injury too, an ankle injury. In fact, boy, the curse has a pattern, it seems. And now, we arrive at the main character of this cursed story, Zion Williamson. Zion isn't just a basketball player, he's a phenomenon. He's also, unfortunately, a magnet for drama. Let's address the elephant in the room, Zion got suspended for being late. That's right, late. How does the face of the franchise manage to get himself benched for something that could have been solved with an alarm clock? It's like Zion woke up one morning and said, "You know what this team needs? More chaos." Maybe he didn't say that, but his recent actions seem to project that kind of vibe. Then there's the Zion Williamson weight issue. It's been the topic of more debates than is LeBron better than MJ. People have been saying for years that Zion needs to slim down, but guess what? He's actually looking lighter and more agile. In the game against the Timberwolves on January 8th, Zion looked noticeably slimmer. He was running the floor like a gazelle and attacking the rim with his trademark explosiveness. Fast forward to January 18th against the Jazz, and he looked even better. But of course, that didn't stop critics from chirping. Here's the thing. Zion's weight has always been blown out of proportion. Sure, he's built like a linebacker, but that's also what makes him unstoppable. The truth is, if Zion stays healthy and maintains this level of fitness, the sky's the limit for him and the Pelicans. So, is there hope for the Pelicans? Absolutely. Even curses can be broken. Here are a few things that can help New Orleans to shake off the bad juju and get back on track. Let's start with the obvious. The Pelicans need to prioritize health. Whether it's hiring the best trainers in the league, building a state-of-the-art recovery facility, or simply buying more ice packs, this team needs to keep its players on the court. The next big thing is Zion, who is the key to everything. If he can stay healthy, focused, and disciplined, the Pelicans have a legitimate shot at being contenders. His potential is limitless, but he needs to make basketball his top priority. So, taking proper care of the man is a must. We can't forget the others. Injuries are inevitable, but a deep roster can mitigate their impact. The Pelicans need to build a bench that can step up when the stars are out. Guys like Trey Murphy and Jose Alvarado are great pieces, but they need more depth to survive the grind of an 82-game season. Maybe the Pelicans don't need to fight the curse. Maybe they need to embrace it. Lean into the chaos, play faster, take more risks, and turn games into high-scoring shootouts. If you can't beat the drama, at least make it entertaining. The Pelican Curse is real, there's no denying it. But curses aren't forever. With a little luck, a lot of hard work, and maybe a sage to cleanse the Smoothie King Center, the Pelicans can turn their fortunes around. The talent is there. Zion is looking slimmer. Brandon Ingram is getting healthy. CJ McCollum still has some gas left in the tank. And let's not forget that New Orleans has some of the best fans in the league. Here's hoping that the Pelicans can rise above the injuries, the drama, and the curse. And if they can't, at least they'll keep us entertained along the way. Because if there's one thing we know for sure, it's this. Being a Pelicans fan is never boring. Do you think the Pelicans are really victims of a curse? Or it's just a series of unfortunate events because of poor team management? Let us know your thoughts in the comments down below. Victor Wembanyama took the NBA by storm with his debut, but now he has taken his domination to a whole new level. Check out this video to see what we're talking about.